All right. The Highlander got lucky today. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel, guys. I went to the gym today, as I always do on Fridays. And this time, I grew me an extra little bit of confidence. And it worked. It paid off for some reason. I decided that this was the day to go to the thrift store. And go to some of the places that I go to buy games, or you know where I used to go to buy games. I don't do that too often. I decided to call Lacto, good old Mark, to come with me, and he decided to come, so we went together, and we both found stuff. And I found something extra special that I wanted to share with you. Because it's something that I think that you don't run into very often. And this was just in a thrift store. And when you run into something in a thrift store, it's kind of extra special, isn't it? I mean, I could buy this online any day of the week if I can find it. This particular game, it may not be a particularly interesting game to play, but I will. Fuck. I'll just do that first. So this thrift store, I hadn't been there for a while, and they changed things. I came in and I couldn't find the games. I couldn't find the games. I couldn't even find the electronics where they were. So they mixed everything up. Everything was in a different place. So I ended up asking the guy, where did you put the games? Or did you stop selling games altogether? And he said, no, they were in a different cabinet. We went up there and I saw some games. And this is the kind of thrift store that is they've cottoned on to they've become street smart. They know what to ask for a game. So they have like 75 euro games and they're good games like Tombi 2 for the PS1 is a special game. And then they had this. The Great Wall Street Fortune Hunt for the Videopac. Actually for the Odyssey 2, but I'm guessing this is a European release, and there's a couple of reasons. This box for 19 euros, and it's complete. The little baggie is just what he put it in to protect it. But he said that they were getting a huge shipment of Videopac games in, and he was going to put them out in the store, piece by piece. So, but this, the box is not in great shape. But the box is kind of, it's just basically two halves and a piece of paper stuck to the back. So this is going to hurt. And the box is like opened up here a little bit. It doesn't really matter. It's my Quest for the Rings box, which is the other big box Videopac game, is in worse shape. But this, look at this. Look at this. $19. It's nothing. It's nothing. And it's for the Odyssey 2. And the guy said, well, it's an NTSC version, so it may not run on the Videopac. Well, I can inform him that it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Because the code isn't specific to NTSC or PAL or whatever. You can just plug them in. The same machine. At least that's what I'm guessing. And if it's not true, then I still have like the recorder, and I can load the game up anyway. But it's the bits, it's the stuff that's inside. I'm going to show it. God, I'm so happy. The inside of the box, basically the same. Drawing is on the outside. So one of the things is it has a little booklet in it, and this says Videopac, and it says Philips. It says Philips. It says Philips on it. So this is multilingual. This is also in Dutch. So this wouldn't have been. My guess is, as a guy also said, my guess is that they didn't they didn't bother making a European box, and they just put the same stuff in. But the booklet that they had to print anyway because of the languages and that's probably the way it went, because the cartridge is exactly the same as the Odyssey. It's just an Odyssey 2 cartridge. This is what it looks like. This is what it looks like, and this is what the guy showed me. He said, "Well, I'm not sure that all the bits are in. Take a little cover off, and then you get." It doesn't come in the bags, but it has like little plates and things. I don't even know what that means yet, but it's gold and silver and bronze, and it's got little money signs on it. And I saw online already that is complete. And he said, "Well, that's it. I'm not sure it's complete," because he said it doesn't have very many bits. And that's true, because it's not supposed to have very many bits. But then I looked online, and there were things mentioned online that I hadn't seen. So I went. This is the kind of store where you have to sort of get a note from the guy, and you go up to the cash register and pay, and then you come back to pick it up, right? So in the meantime, I'd looked it up, and I found all kinds of stuff that it wasn't in there. So I went back to him and said, "Can I have another look?" And look under the little plastic bit, and lo and behold, it had all the stuff that I was missing. So these are, I don't know, I'm not sure exactly what it is, but oh, there's something in there. What's in there? I felt something rolling around. Maybe not. I don't know. It's like a little pad to write on, and you have all these tables. It's an extremely boring game. It must be if it has this in it. Stock prices and investment records. This is another investment record. This is basically the same. So this is probably for 2 players. This is going to be a bit shit to replace, of course, if you don't have this, because that's what you have to write on, I think. And then there's the actual board. It's all in perfect nick again. You know, nobody plays this game, of course. This has been in the box for I don't know how long. It's got a little like a board. I don't know. The Highlander doesn't know. I don't know everything, you know. But this is like tables and diagrams, and I guess you have to look stuff up. I think this is what you use to sort of simulate a stock thing. And then it actually comes with, if I can manage to get it out, and if I can fold it back into shape, is the actual manual in gold, right? This is gold, a golden manual. Tell me which games you have that have a golden manual. Nobody does. How about that? Full color gold manual. I'm going to look underneath the plastic. Maybe there's actual money in there. Now there's nothing. It's just cardboard. But look at that. Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? It's just so... I didn't know this was going to happen. When I stepped out the door this morning, and I thought, I'm going to be extra confident today. Just because I thought it would be a good idea. And then I thought to myself, what if I have a wonderful day today? And look what happens. This is amazing. This is really amazing. The Wall Street fortune hunt, guys. Just like the 42 cartridge, I'm going to be probably playing this with Mark. And we're going to make a whole video about it. Because I'm willing to bet there's not a single video on the YouTubes that plays this game and shows you how it works. So I'm gonna do that. It's gonna be a long video, but it's gonna be kick-ass. The other thing that I bought is Fallout New Vegas. Remember Nate? Nate, it's a long story. Nate was playing a game called A Shadow's Tale on the Wii. He was playing it, and he contacted me, and he said, for some reason, he was looking for a copy of that game. He said, well, they're really hard to find and very pricey. I said, no, that's not true. Over here, I can get one for like $20 or $15, and it'll be in English. So I bought it for him. He paid me. I sent it to him, and I think as a way of thanking me, he sent me this, but it never arrived. So this has been a hole in my collection. The Fallout New Vegas game. Now I think I have all the Fallout games. I started to play Fallout 3 but never finished it. But I saw this and I thought, I want to have this. So I bought it. Right? So another hole plugged. Another hole in the day. And talking of holes, I talked about this before. Hardball. I bought this. This is a tape version. I mean, for some reason, this same store where I bought the Wall Street game, they had Commodore 64 games. They had Ninja for $20. Ninja for the Commodore 64 in a box this shape and size for $20. And there was one for $70. I'm thinking, these people, they think they know, but they don't. I've been to a thrift store near where I work. They have like the orange box for the Xbox 360. They're asking $39.94 or something. Some weird price that they must have converted from dollars to euros, and then they forgot to check on the local sites, and they just checked eBay and put a game in there. It's been there for weeks. It's not selling. I mean, you cannot sell things for a market price in a thrift store. It doesn't work. It just doesn't work. I was in another thrift store today. They had a book. I thought, oh, it's a nice book. It was about Himmler. I'm into the Second World War. It was about Himmler. $30 for a used book. $30 in a thrift store. No to that. So this is. I bought Hardball because I talked about that in the last video that I made. This is one of the games that I used to play on the Commodore 64. It is Hardball. It is a difficult game. It's a hard game. And I have good memories of it. And I thought, well, for the Commodore 64, I'm only buying titles that meant something to me. And it's a tape game. I can load tape games. By the way, I solved my tape loading problem better. Hans Biwak solved it because he said, your tape deck is sitting on your monitor. Take it off and it'll work. And it did. So I can just put this in and load my tape game. Not with the Dolphin DOS kernel version installed, though, because that overwrites the tape routines in the kernel. Like all of the kernel adaptions do to make space for their stuff, they get out the RS-232 serial communication stuff and the tape stuff. So if you install Dolphin DOS or Jiffy DOS, you're going to lose the tape. That is all. That is it. And I'm wishing you a good day. And thanks for watching. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.